Hello friends, in this video we will be going through an important topic of the chapter DC circuits, and that is Kirchhoff's laws. Kirchhoff's laws are very essential in solving different problems of this chapter. So we will go through the Kirchhoff's voltage law, and Kirchhoff's current law. So first of all, let's see what is a Kirchhoff's voltage law. It says that the KVL or the Kirchhoff's voltage law deals with the algebraic sum of the different potentials what we encounter when we are moving along the circuit. So the general definition of the Kirchhoff's voltage law is that VAB is equal to VB minus VA. A and B are two different points on a circuit, and in between we can have multiple elements. A and B are two different points on a circuit, and VAB means we are moving from A to B, and VB minus VA is the potential of point B, and this is the potential of point A. To give a simple example for this thing, let us consider this thing. Okay. So this is point or state A, and this is state B, and let's say it has a potential of X, it has a potential of Y. From this state, we have a gain of potential 5, a gain of potential 4, a drop of potential 5, and a drop of potential 3. Then, using this formula, we can calculate the change in potential between A and B. So, let's move from A to B and focus on the left side. So, from A, there is a gain of potential 5. Then a gain of potential 4, then a drop of potential 5, and then a drop of potential 3. So this is our LHS, and our RHS should be equal to the potential of point B, which is Y, equal to minus potential of point A, which is X. So the equation which we get is this. So a similar thing can be done for a circuit as well, in which we are interested in finding a potential difference between two terminals. So this is the potential difference between two terminals, and this is the LHS, which will help us in finding the potential gain or drop introduced by different elements along the path of those terminals. A very specific description or formula of this Kirchhoff's voltage law is given when A is same as B point. Then VB minus VA is 0, and VBA or VAB or VBA is 0. And this gives rise to the general, or not so general, but a very specific Kirchhoff's voltage law, which says that when we are moving in a closed loop, like we are starting from point A and coming back to point A, then the net potential difference equal to 0. That means the algebraic sum of the potential difference when what we are encountering through the path comes out to be 0. And these are the two properties which we'll be constantly using whenever we are solving the problems in this topic. The second thing is the Kirchhoff's current law, or KCL. It is also known as junction law, because it concerns with the junctions which are there in a circuit. So let's say if I have a junction and there are many branches which are coming and which are going there, and out of these 4 branches, I know that on 3 branches the currents are incoming towards the junction. So the reference point is the junction. So we are defining the incoming current with respect to the junction, and there are a couple of currents which are going out. So Kirchhoff's current law is based on the conservation of the charges, and it says that whatever charge is coming in, it should be same as the number of charges should going out. So this gives that I1 plus I2 plus I3, which are current coming in, it should be equal to I4 plus I5 going out. So Kirchhoff's voltage law is what we have defined with respect to the voltage in the circuit, and Kirchhoff's current law specifically defines the relationship between the currents which are coming in and going out at a particular junction on the circuit. And the same thing can be applied on different junctions independently in the circuit. So let us define a couple of more properties which will help us directly in the problem solving, which will be encountered through the Kirchhoff's laws. So the first, so I'll define these thumb rules. So that's what I call them, so that you remember these things, you practice these things whenever you encounter some questions, and after some time of practicing, you will just master these concepts, and it will really easy for them to be solved using these thumb rules. So the first concerns IR, or the voltage drop or gain across a resistor. So it says that whenever I am applying a Kirchhoff's voltage law, I am moving from one terminal to the second terminal. So let's say I have a terminal A and a terminal B, and I have to calculate VAB. It means I am moving from A to B, and I know that there is a resistor in between, and the current is flowing in this direction. So let's look. Then the VAB will experience a drop, because and the drop will be equal to minus IR. And how do we know that there is a drop? Because current has a property that it always flow from a potential high to a potential low. So we know that this point is at a higher potential and this point is a lower potential. That's why the VAB is minus AR. So just go back to this formula again and see that VB minus VA minus IR. So it says that VB is at a lower potential, and that's what we have found, that because the current is flowing from a higher potential point to a lower potential point. Similarly, if I have A and B and current is this way, but now I am interested in calculating VBA. So this means that I am moving from B to A, and VBA means VA minus VB. So it will be IR. That is when we are moving from, so this is the direction in which I am moving, and in this case the direction of my movement was this. So because I am moving from B to A and the current is opposite to my direction, I know that current is flowing from low to high potential, and that's how I can say that there is a gain of potential IR when I am moving from B to A. And VA minus VB equal to IR, it specifies that potential A is at a higher potential because current is coming from there, from that way. So these two properties define our thumb rules, which are that whenever you are traveling in a direction, so your direction is same as current direction, then the delta V is minus IR. And when your direction is opposite of current, then delta V equal to IR. That is a gain. It is gain or it is drop. And these two properties or these two thumb rules have been clearly identified using these two things, that from A to B we are moving in the direction of the I. So like our direction is same as current direction, that is why there is a drop. In the second one, because we are moving in the direction opposite to that of the current, then the delta V is a gain. The second set of thumb rules concerns the EMF or the voltage of the battery. So like voltage or EMF, gain or drop. So similarly, like if I have A and a battery and I am going to B, so we recognize the symbol of the battery and we say that E, and so this is the negative terminal, this is the positive terminal, and I am calculating VAB, that means my direction of motion is this. Then because I am moving from the plus to minus terminal, I know that I am moving from high to low potential, so this means it's minus E. Similarly, if the same is there, but this time my direction of motion is this, so VBA is plus E. So similar to earlier on, here also these two things give rise to a couple of thumb rules, is that your direction of motion hits positive end, then the delta V is minus E. Or if hits negative end, in that case delta V equal to E. So our direction of motion hits the positive end. So we are moving in this direction from A to B, we hit the positive end or the larger end, we see that there will be a drop of minus E or a drop of E. That means the delta V equal to minus E. And when we are moving from B to A, that is the direction in which we will hit the negative end, we can see that there will be a gain of E. So these are the two important thumb rules which are concerning the voltages which are dropped or gained either through a resistor or through a cell, and these are the thumb rules which we will be using again and again very extensively wherever we are going to apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law. You should check out some of our other videos for this topic in which we are actually involving like the questions through Kirchhoff's law and these thumb rules, and we can like see how a complex question can be made simpler using these thumb rules and Kirchhoff's laws. Thank you.